been so long since I did part 1 of my tour. That my first video that I did actually took so long to record and edit that I think I just needed a breather before jumping into the next one. So I have no idea how long this is going to be, but welcome to this journey that we're going to go on of my makeup collection tour part 2. I'm also going to show you some things that I recently decluttered as well. So if you didn't know, I'm currently doing a makeup no-buy / low-buy this year because I am buying some replacement things. But yeah, for the most part, I haven't been buying any makeup, and so far it's been going so well. I've been really enjoying not buying new makeup and just using everything that I have. I'm really happy with where my makeup collection is at, so I'm really excited to take you through it. I also recently just did a declutter, which included some bronzers, blushes, and highlights. So at the end of this video, I'll also show you all the things that I decluttered as well. For the first part, we're going to be going through all of my powdered blushes. Let's start with my Cosmetics blushes. So I have 4. This is the Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Magic Hour. Magic Hour. Magic Hour. And it's this beautiful peachy colour. I really love all of these blushes. I always use them as blush toppers. So at a minimum, I'm always using at least 2 blushes, typically a cream and a powder. And I love putting a cream here and then the powder kind of up further along my face. But I love these ones for that look because they are really glowy and really pretty. I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what Magic Hour looks like in this beautiful peachy colour. The next one I got was in the shade Faded Clementine. And this one is a beautiful orange colour. So pretty, that one. This one is in the shade Venetian Rose. And it's this beautiful pink colour. And this one is in the shade Baroque. And it's this more neutral bronzy colour. It kind of looks like nothing on my skin, but it is a really pretty blush. And I often use this one as a little bit of a bronzer as well, so we'll put a little bit on my forehead as well. Next up is my blush from Pat McGrath. And it's in the shade Divine Rose. It's got a little button to open this one. How pretty is the embossing on this one? And this one's a really beautiful pink colour. Put you there. So you can see it's got a really nice sheen, but it's definitely not as shimmery as these ones. It's more of a mauvey pink as well compared to that one. This is my blush from Makeup by Mario. In the shade Mellow Mauve. And it's also a really beautiful pinky colour. So this one's a really nice soft matte blush. I know some people might be put off by the really strong perfume scent, but I love it. I have one of the Gucci bronzes as well that also has a really nice scent to it. I know, it's so bougie. This one's Silky Rose and that one's Bright Coral. I think this might be my favourite pink powder blush. It's just such a pretty colour. And I felt like I was looking for this shade of pink for a really long time. I also really like this one though. I'm not sure if you can tell, it did get a little bit of hard pan in it, which I just scraped off, but it still performs fine. Okay, that is Bright Coral there. And this one is Silky Rose. Just there. So yeah, you can see the difference there. But that is such a pretty pink. Definitely my favourite. Next up I got this Dior one. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow. Got there in the end. This one actually went viral on TikTok, which is what influenced me to get it. I think it's actually overrated. I consider decluttering this. I can't remember why I decided to keep it, but yeah, I don't like. It's one I think is fine, but I prefer the Gucci blushes. I think I like the shades a little bit better. And this one, I feel like I really need to build it up on my skin. Like it's not. Yeah, it just takes a while, and I'm not like in love with the color. Like it looks really beautiful and bright and pink here, but I think it actually pulls a lot more warm toned on your skin than you would expect. Let's see it there. Yeah, I mean it's pretty, but it's not my favorite. I have this blush from MAC in the shade Warm Soul. It's one of the mineralized blushes. Oh my god, I can never open this one though. I really don't love the packaging. And here's what this one looks like. I think this shade is actually the perfect blend between an orange and a pink, so I really like this one. It reminds me of the M Cosmetics ones. Where am I gonna put it? Oh, I'll just put it here. So you can see it there. So it's less orange than this one, so when I want to go for an orangey look, but isn't that burnt orange or isn't a really bright coral, I'll always gravitate towards this one. Next up are my two Kaleidos blushes. I can't remember the shade names of these and it doesn't have it on the packaging, but we have this one in the purple packaging and it is this beautiful pink colour. I actually, when I first saw this, thought it was very similar to the Dior one, so you can see they look very similar. I will swatch this one next to the Dior one for you. So the Dior one was there. And that's the Kaleidos one. So you see that one's a lot more pink compared to that. Whereas that looks like warm tone compared to that. I think this is what I was expecting the Dior to look like. But yeah, I was kind of surprised when it pulls a little bit more warm toned. But this Kaleidos blush is really beautiful. And a lot cheaper than the Dior one. The other one I have is in this red packaging and it is this beautiful coral colour. When I first saw this one, I was a little bit intimidated by the colour, but I actually love this shade of blush so much. When I did my unboxing, because I got these two in my PR from Kaleidos, when I did my unboxing and tried this on, I was pleasantly surprised. I really love it. See there, I actually really love mixing these two together as well. I think they make a really beautiful colour. I really like these blushes from Kaleidos though, would recommend. Finally, we have my three flower nose blushes. So I definitely got these three because of the packaging. It is some of the most beautiful makeup packaging I think I've ever seen. But the blushes are really pretty as well. So here's the first one, which I think is my favourite packaging out of all three. The shade Blue Moonlight. Just look at that. It is actually unreal. Looking at the detailing on that. But yeah, you can wear these two separately and use this as a bit of a brightener, or you can mix them both together. So I'll just mix them both together for the swatch. I feel so beautiful that I feel bad even doing this. I will swatch you there. So you can see it is a beautiful cool toned pink blush. I love this one with the strawberries on it, it's so cute. This one is in the shade Classic Ballet. And is this beautiful mauvey pink colour. And again has a really beautiful embossment on the blush. This one I think is so cute with the unicorn. And it's in the shade Unripe Peach. Such a funny name for a blush shade. I think this shade is really beautiful. It's the one I use the most, I would say. So you can see it there. Build it up a little bit. And this is all of my powder blushes. So yeah, I think my favorite is probably this Gucci one. But I am really enjoying these Kaleidos ones as well. But I love them all. I think they are all different enough that they have a unique place in my collection, which is the aim of the No Buy and Declutters. I'm trying to fine tune my collection and yeah, just have it at like a really good size for me where I can create pretty much lots of different looks and try and avoid duplication of products where you have really similar shade and products. Just gonna clean this off with a makeup wipe. Up next is bronzers. I mean, technically some of these are contours as well, but bronzer and contours is up next. Let's start with this Chanel bronzer, as I'm pretty sure it's the first one that I got in my collection. This one is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. I never know how to actually say that. And here's what this one looks like. It smells so good. I know some people don't like perfumes or scents in their makeup, but if it's a really nice scent, I'm all for it, and I love the smell of this bronzer. So I normally actually use my tweezers. Hold on, let me show you. I normally use this end of my tweezers to scoop some out and put some in my hand and then use a brush. I find with cream bronzers, if I go straight in with a brush, they end up looking really dirty because they get lots of like fuzzy bits and stuff in there, and I don't like that. So yeah, I normally scoop it out and put it on my hand and then go in with a brush. I just find it keeps the product looking a lot nicer, and it gives me like a little bit more control over what I put on my face. Sometimes if I go straight into my face, it can be like too much too fast, or it can look a little bit patchy, and putting it on the brush and then blending into my face just gives me a better look in my experience. Obviously, like each to their own, you do you if you have a different way of applying it. That's what that one looks like. I'll swatch that for you. This one is a really natural looking bronzer on me, which is why I like it. It's also a cream to powder formulation. When I'm looking for a more natural bronzer look, this is the one I always gravitate towards. Next up is this Physicians Formula bronzer. This is the Butter bronzer. I like the way this one sounds. It's got a little button there to open it. This one also smells, and it just smells like summer to me. It's like coconutty. But I love wearing this one in summer. That's what that one looks like. What annoys me about the packaging though is it came with a little brush in here, and it just makes the packaging really bulky. Like there's only that much product. Like that much product, and yet the packaging is that big, so I wish they would stop giving those little brushes in bronzers and blushes and just make slimmer packaging, because I prefer to use my own brushes anyway. Anyway, that's the butter bronzer. Speaking of annoying This one is also scented with a perfume and it smells so good and luxurious. I mean, you'd want to do because this bronzer is definitely the most expensive one I have in my collection. I think it's like $120 full price. So expensive and not really worth it, but I still really love this bronzer. That's the annoying brush that it comes with, but I don't mind it so much in this packaging because it just feels really luxurious and bougie. It annoys me more with the butter bronzer. But anyway, this is the Gucci bronzer. I have this bronzer from Kosas in the shade medium. The packaging is annoyingly broken, as is the same packaging with the setting powder. Let me show you. I don't know whether it's just a fault in the Kosas packaging, but it's so annoying. I have to keep these attached with the hair tie because otherwise it just flies apart when I have it in my makeup bag. I think because the packaging is broken as well, it's developed some hard pan around the outside. It's still fine in the middle, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. I wouldn't repurchase this one because of the packaging alone. It's not some glitter. But that's what the bronzer looks like. It's a really nice glowy one. I think the Hourglass ones are meant to be quite similar in terms of like a glowy bronzer, so I'd probably go Hourglass over this if I was going to repurchase a similar glowy bronzer in the future. And next up I have this contour palette from Kaleidos. So I got this one in my PR, and this is in the shade medium. I was actually looking for a powder contour as well when they sent me this one, so it was actually very handy that they sent it to me. This is what it looks like there. So it's got 2 shades of contour there, and then like a brightening powder. Switch you there and there, so you can see they're really cool toned. I've used this a few times since I got it, and I really like it. It blends out really easily and doesn't look too like patchy or anything on my skin, so I'm really happy that I have that powder contour. Definitely don't need more than one in my collection, so I've got that. I've got a powder contour. Okay, that's all the powders. I'm going to move on to the cream contours and bronzers next. First up is this one from Westman Atelier in the shade Biscuit. There's Biscuit. That's what it looks like there. I'm gonna actually swatch some with my finger. So I really like this contour shade, and this blends out really easily. At the same time I got this one, I also got this one from Mecca. This one is like a lot cheaper than the Westman one. I think this is like $16, and the Westman one is like $70. But I don't like this one, so I kind of wish I just kept with the Westman one. I just find the formula does not blend out as well, and it just kind of disappears into my skin. I consider decluttering it, but I kind of like that it's a slightly different shade to the Westman one, so it survived this round of decluttering, but I won't be repurchasing this one once I finish it up or declutter it. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. This was also another viral TikTok purchase, I think. I was influenced. I hate the packaging of this one though. Oh my god, look at all the product that's come out. It just, you can like switch it off and on, which I won't switch it off since an immense amount of product is currently sitting on there. But it just does not travel very well. I always end up getting like a lot of product in there, and yeah, it's kind of leaking all over the place. And I just don't think you have as much control over the product as you would like. And for how expensive this is, they should really change the packaging to something else. And I also have a highlighter and a blush using the same packaging, so I mean, they're nice products. Are they like so amazing that I'm like, you have to go get them? No. And because the packaging's so annoying, I wouldn't actually recommend these. Okay, next up I have these 2 nude sticks. And this one is actually a blush, but I always wear these together, so I just keep them together with my bronzers. This one is in the shade Sunkissed, which I'm not sure if technically it's a blush, but I use it as a bronzer. But it's this beautiful So it's this beautiful pinky colour, but it gives kind of a sunburned look on your face, which is why I always wear these two together in summer. But they're really pretty. But again, annoying packaging. Up next, I have these two blush palettes and this face palette. So this is the hourglass one that I used in my last video that I bedazzled. I can't remember which one it is because it just completely rubbed off the packaging. I got this one a few years ago. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I'm not going to swatch this one or the cheek palettes because I just can't be bothered. This is what it looks like. So it's got two blushes, a highlighter, a bronzer, and two finishing powders. I think these face palettes are actually a pretty good deal. I mean, they're expensive, but you get everything you need for a full face look. This is a really pretty face palette, and Hourglass products look so beautiful and glowy on your skin. I never actually use this though, I always forget that it exists. I think it would be good for traveling, but I don't know, I think I prefer other blushes or bronzers better. I partly kept this because it's bedazzled, and I couldn't part with a bedazzled product. These two blush palettes are from Luna Beauty. This one is the Moon Prism Blush. And that's what it looks like. Some really pretty colours in here and different finishes as well. This one's more of a shimmer, whereas these are more matte. And this is the Nude Prism Blush. And that's what this one looks like. I got these both at the same time. I couldn't decide between them. I prefer the packaging of this one, but I prefer the colours in this one. I don't reach for these that often because I prefer the single blushes that I have, but I still really like these and I'm really glad they're in my collection. These colours in particular are really soft and pretty. I don't have any single powder blushes that match these shades, so I think they have their own place in my collection. Next up is highlighters. and it makes this really beautiful colour. These are my two Colourpop highlighters in the shades Lunch Money and Flexitarian. Flexitarian is this blinding highlight. It's more of a white highlight, so I don't wear it that often, but it is really beautiful. And this one is in the shade Lunch Money, which is a really pretty gold. This is the one that I use more often out of the two. This is a really interesting formula. I would actually say it's more of a cream than a powder. If I squish really hard, it would make an indent in it, but I don't want to do that. This is the Flower Day Glow highlight. I use this one when I want a really natural looking highlight. This one's actually like a balm, and it's very natural on the skin. This one's the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade Spotlight. See the packaging that I hate? There's so much product in there. This is a really beautiful highlight though. See it there? It's so stunning. My two Rare Beauty highlights. This one is in the shade Enchant and is more of a pinky colour compared to this one in the shade Mesmerize, which is more of a rose gold. I wear this one more than this one. This is the highlighter that I pretty much use every single day. I just think it is such a beautiful colour. I love it so much. And here is Enchant. So that one's more of a cool tone pink compared to that one a rose gold. And finally I have this one from About Face. So this one is a dropper. I really like this colour, it's a really beautiful purple one. Where am I gonna put it here? That's what that one looks like. It's kind of faded to nothing, but it is a really pretty highlight. And these are all my highlights, and here they are all swatched. So yes, I think this Mesmerize one would be my absolute favourite. It's the one I use pretty much every single day, but I really like all these different shades and formulas. Wait a minute, that's not all my highlighters. I forgot about all my Kaleidos highlighters. And this Fenty Beauty one, I keep them in a separate drawer, which is why I forgot about them. I'm gonna wipe off these though, and we can do the Kaleidos highlighters and that Rogue Fenty one. This is the Fenty highlighter in the shade Confetti. And it is this purple and blue sparkly one. I'll always rub it onto my finger before I dab it on. But that's what that one looks like. Okay, I'm gonna do all my Kaleidos ones now, starting with the shade Diamond Dasher. This is the Space Age Prophecy highlighter. This is Space Age Gifted. This one is Moon Cruiser. Matches my nails today. So I think my favourite is actually Moon Cruiser, which I just got in PR from Kaleidos. The rest I purchased myself. My other favourite is Prophecy. These two shift like 4 different colours. You can't actually see it in this light. I'll put up a picture there so you can see some of the shades that it shifts. But these highlighters are so much fun. I love wearing these as eyeshadows as well, or just in my inner corner. Okay, that's all my highlighters done. And finally we have all my green blushes. So I have 3 Patrick Tar blushes. And I do love these, but I hate the packaging so much because fingerprints really easily appear on it and it always looks dirty. So the reason why I really love these is each one comes with a cream and a powder blush. This one is in the shade Do We Know Her. I'm just gonna swatch the cream blushes since we are doing cream and liquid blushes. This one is in the shade She's So LA, which looks like a bronzer, but it's actually a really beautiful blush. It pulls more red on the skin, but this one is really pretty. The last one I have is in the shade She's Blushing, which looks like this. This is probably my favorite one. Next up I have this one from Lila B. In the shade Be Lovely. I always struggle to open this one. Oh. Oh my god, okay. And that's what this one looks like. I think this is actually my favorite blush at the moment. It's just a really beautiful natural shade. I really like it. I have this one from R.E.M. Beauty in the shade Broadway Baby. So this is actually a cheek and lipstick. And it's in this really beautiful red colour. This is the best formula that I found that works equally as good on your lips and your cheeks. So yeah, and this colour in particular is really pretty. This one is Benetint from Benefit. I really like the smell of this one. It's like rose scented. Just put a little bit there. This one is a very natural looking blush slash tint. I don't love this one on my lips, but I really like it on my cheeks. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in Pink Casa. Not too bad, that one. It is really pretty blush. I have 2 of the Rare Beauty highlights in the shade Joy and Happy. I love this packaging, and apparently there's a little heart shape on the doe foot applicator, which is really cute. I think I see it. Okay, let's put that one there. I really like both of these colours, and they're really pretty mixed as well. And this one's Happy. You put way too much there. These ones are really pigmented, so you really don't need much to put on your face. I'm actually wearing Happy on my cheeks now. I just put a little bit more on since I put a little bit too much on my hand there. But yeah, it's a really pretty colour. So that's Happy. I have this serum blush from M Cosmetics in the shade Little Lilac, Little Lilac. love this formula as much as some of the other cream blushes that I have. This one stays dewy, it doesn't really dry down, which I don't love. It's kind of sticky on my face. I prefer something that dries down a little bit more, particularly because I have oily skin. But I really love this colour and packaging, so I've kept this one. They have apparently reformulated these serum blushes, so the new formula might be better. This is the old formula. I have this Gillian Dempsey cheek tint in the shade Scarlet Rouge. This one's a really beautiful red colour. Can also be used on your lips as well as your cheeks. I love how bright this one is. So pretty. This is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Storm. I don't love this packaging because I just find it really fiddly to use, and it can be hard to get the exact amount that you want. Oh, see, that is way too much. No, try and get some of that back in. Oh no. Okay. That's what that one looks like. This one is the Westman Atelier blush in the shade Petal. And it's a really beautiful mauvey colour. And I love this formula. Also, the packaging of this one is really nice. It's like quite heavy, similar to the contour stick. And I like that it's magnetized. So to that there. This one's really pretty, and it blends out really beautifully as well. I have 3 of the M Cosmetics So Soft blushes. Packaging's a little dirty. I have it in Lychee, Bell Tea, and Baby. I love these. I think it's a really nice formula, and it's just really pretty on your cheek. I like pairing these with powder blush. This one is in the shade Lychee, and it is a peachy colour. This one is Bell Tea, and it is a neutral brown colour. And this one is Baby, which is my favourite, which is a really beautiful pink. Okay, final blush. This is the NARS liquid blush in the shade Orgasm. I'll just put some there. And it's a really pretty pink colour. That was a big swatch. I really like that one as well. Okay. And these are all my green blushes. Okay, I've decided not to do all the things that I've decluttered because I feel like this video is already so long. So I'm gonna stop it here. But if you are interested in seeing all the things that I've just decluttered from my collection, let me know and I'll record a separate video